Começamos com os Straits pouco tempo antes do concerto na Aula Magna em Lisboa. Recusam-se ser definidos como uma banda de tributo aos Dire Straits, apesar de tocarem as suas músicas, e garantem que o legado da antiga banda de Mark Knopfler está em boas mãos, as deles.
Straits started, we were asked to put a band together. Alan was approached to put a band together for a charity event at the Albert Hall in London, and he put together this band to play the Dire Straits music for that concert, and it went so well that after that we were asked if we would do some other things.
I think we were having so much fun. We discovered that it was so much fun doing this that we kind of thought, well, let's keep going. And here we are, still having fun. It's amazing. We don't think of ourselves as a tribute band. The way I personally see this is an extension of Dire Straits. The way we left Dire Straits in 1992. What we're doing is just exactly what we would be doing if we were back out on the road with Dire Straits. We've changed the arrangements to suit ourselves, just to make it more interesting for us, and that's the way I see it. I don't see us as a tribute band.
We're not trying to recreate one night of a Dire Straits concert in any time, and Terence is not trying to be Mark Knopfler. Terence brings his own thing. He happens to sound, his voice is like Mark's, and he does the fingerpick guitar style, but as well as that he brings his own thing. I think most tribute bands are very concerned that they get everything exactly right, note for note, and very precise. No interest. We have no interest. No interest in trying to do that. We're really about presenting this music with as much energy as we can.
One of the reasons being we couldn't do that anyway, could we? You know.
I think it would also be a bit strange for Alan and Chris to try and do a tribute of themselves, you know.
Well, I'm sure he has a look at us on the internet, but he hasn't been to any of our gigs, no. But I mean, he knows that the legacy of Dire Straits is in excellent hands with this band. That's for sure.
And Mark has been very clear that he has no interest in playing this which for him is old music. He has no interest in doing that anymore. So he's very much playing. He has his own very successful solo career now.
It's probably money for nothing, actually. But it's a close call because they love them all, really, don't they?
They do.
And I mean, even your latest trick gets a real big cheer, which is kind of like a surprise to me. You know, I mean, when it's
one of the most successful tracks out there.
Well, yeah, and it features our wonderful sax player. You see, so.
But one of the real surprises actually is a track called "Two Young Lovers."
There you go. Yeah.
Which every night gets a fantastic reception, and it was on the B side of an EP.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's very popular. Brothers.
Brothers in Arms is another popular one. Yeah,
but many with the Dire Straits. There are so many really good songs there. And I can say this because I wasn't on Brothers in Arms. I didn't play on that album. I didn't play on the tour. But I think there were so many really strong, good songs there. There are so many great things for us to choose from. You know.
Well, it's probably it would have to be Mark Knopfler, wouldn't it? That's the answer to that. I think,
and it was probably quite different the way Alan's input to the band in the way that the songs were really orchestrated. It was there's very there's almost a kind of classical thing going on in there in terms of the orchestration, which I think set it apart from quite a lot of other bands, not all but quite a lot of other bands, which enabled it to be very, very successful at that time.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, after saying that, I mean, I think Mark was obviously a huge part of Dire Straits. But after saying that, it's very interesting how we managed to to do this without Mark, and we have Terence, who's a huge part of our thing. So maybe he wasn't as big as part as perhaps I think.